Now that's how you open a video game. The first Spelunky was a goddamn masterclass in game design, something that should be taught in universities. It breathed new life into roguelikes, adding the sense of exploration and discovery that always felt like it was hiding just one more secret around the corner. I mean, even Derek Yu's original pixel art browser game from 2008 would still crush like 90% of the gaming market with its sheer inventiveness and polish. But since its HD remake a few years later, and especially now with its sequel a few years after that, it has truly reached perfection. And I mean that with sincerity. Few games in the over half century of this industry have reached Spelunky 2's level of sheer fucking brilliance. Its intuitive and simple control scheme means the game doesn't have to bombard you with tutorials or have you scouring to wikis. Your 4 face buttons are bottom left portion of your keyboard each do 4 pretty graspable things: jump, attack, bomb, and rope. The little introduction at the beginning of the game gets you accustomed to all these actions and the unique fast-paced movement very quickly and makes sure to leave you off with the only exposition you really need. Papa Spelunky got lost or something, we're on the moon now. Its calculated yet refreshing take on random level generation allows for hundreds of consecutive runs without the game ever feeling stale. The combat, while simple, has a hidden depth to it that rewards experimentation, like how the back of your whip actually has a hitbox that can kill those stupid fucking bats. Or how jumping while shooting a gun gives you Olympian level vertical that can outright negate the need for ropes in some cases. And being a game of exploration, it comes with its own fully detailed journal. Every item and character you find has its own description filled with helpful little nuggets of information, and every area you discover gets their own beautifully illustrated mosaic, artistically encapsulating the vibe of this new environment you've just entered, emphasizing the care that went into every detail. Every run, while not inherently giving you any boosts or advantages in the next, is an opportunity to add to that journal and to discover more about the true ending that the game keeps drip-feeding you clues for, all accumulating to the grand moment when you finally put the pieces of the puzzle together and realize, oh shit, this is just the beginning. But of course, if you've played Spelunky, then you already know all that, and you also know that there has never been a game in this industry that has matched its pure, concentrated evil. Its malicious, twisted torture, breaking you with unfair death after unfair death. Derek's love of taking his withering, ghastly talons straight into your soul and crushing it again and again. No game has perfected the art of batshit immorality like Spelunky 2. Stun locks and insta-deaths galore, level generation specifically designed to fuck you over, bear traps invisible to the naked eye, enemies that permanently set you to 1 health, giving you slight hope that you might clutch before extinguishing that cute little pipe dream with an obvious, inevitable death before you even exit the level. Not to mention the insane difficulty of a 100% completion. I actually think it was Dante Alighieri who said the punishment in hell for the treacherous was the low scorer achievement. But Spelunky 2 just wasn't quite hard enough, was it, Derek? No, of course not. If it was, you wouldn't have let the skulls in Old Nick's lair be skeletons. Have you no mercy? And yet I come back, chained to this game, a bondage unbreaking even after blowing up and getting punctured, beaten, and incinerated, sacrificed, taken by the spirits themselves that cannot leave. I look upon my malevolent overlord and beg him, why? Why must you forsake me this way? Can't you just give me 1 eggplant run? I'm begging you. And he comes down from his throne of lies outside of his castle of skulls and just answers, get back to the dwelling, bitch boy. Maybe after 100 more hours I'll hear your plea. You pathetic whelp, you little shrimp, you are nothing. You're not a quillback, you sad little boy. And I know it to be true. I know that nothing will approach his masterpiece, the brilliant way that the game teaches you its mechanics by your failures, and the way death is just a stepping stone for the eventual victory that evades you. How every item interacts with every other item, it's beyond just physics at this point. It allows for a snowballing, ricocheting effect of insanity. The online multiplayer lets up to 3 other players get added into the mix, which just sends the level of shenanigans into the stratosphere. I apologize to Derek for speaking out of turn. I hit quick restart, and I start another run.